So I used to be a night owl, and I would find myself most productive at night. 1 a.m. used to be the best time for me to get these sparks of motivation and these revolutionary business ideas that I was certain was going to change the world. Then I would fall asleep with my motivation and lost all my motivation as I slept. I used to hate waking up in the morning. And by the time I woke up, I realized that all my motivation and all these great ideas I had from the night before were gone. If this is something that you struggle with, don't worry, because I'm going to share with you 3 things that I do every single morning that allows me to stay productive throughout the entire day and not just at night. Hey everyone, Michael with Apex Lifestyles here, and if you're like me, you're most productive at night. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the body needs sleep to repair and regenerate, and staying up late hurts that process. So wouldn't it be great to have all that midnight creativity and productivity during the day? Like, don't you wish you were that person that wakes up at 5 a.m. every single morning and is extremely productive throughout the entire day? Okay, well, you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m., but here's 3 things that I do every single morning that allows me to stay productive throughout the entire day. Number 1, get out of bed and drink water. Okay, this isn't as easy as it sounds. Getting out of bed is hard work. So I'll break it down into 2 easy steps. Step 1, get out of bed. So your phone alarm rings, you hit snooze, you wait for 10 minutes, and you hit snooze again. And before you know it, your phone's alarm probably looks something like this. So a guaranteed way to wake up is to actually place your phone on the opposite side of your bedroom. This literally forces you to wake up every single morning and get out of bed to turn off your alarm. It also has added benefits of putting your phone away from you before you go to sleep so that you're not looking at your phone just before bed. Step 2, drink water. Now, we all know that drinking water has a lot of health benefits, but oftentimes we don't do it because it doesn't have immediate health effects like drinking coffee. So I set an insulated tumbler full of hot water next to my phone every single night. So every morning, as my alarm rings, I get out of bed, walk to the other side of the room, turn off my alarm, and I immediately start drinking my tumbler full of water. So there's 2 reasons why this is important. For one, your digestive tract literally wakes up as you start drinking the water. As you sleep, it gets into this hibernative state. And as you drink water in the morning, it wakes up your digestive tract, forces it to work a little bit, and then in turn actually wakes up your body. And number 2, your body is actually pretty dehydrated as you sleep. So in the morning, a lot of us forget to actually drink water and rehydrate our bodies. And usually the first beverage that we drink in the morning is coffee. And sometimes that actually dehydrates us even more. And before you know it, it's 12 o'clock and you're at work and you're feeling really slouchy, probably because you didn't drink any water yet today. So try this out tomorrow morning. It doesn't have to be hot water. If you're indifferent about hot or cold water, I'd recommend drinking hot water because I can go on and on about the health benefits. But as long as you're drinking water, that's fine. Okay, now for number 2. Make your bed. So I forgot where I read this, but in some famous book out there, it said that I should make my bed as the first thing that I do every single morning. So I tried it for a few days, and to this day, it's actually the easiest thing that I do to stay productive every day. So here's the logic. Making your bed quite literally prevents you from going back to sleep, and it clearly tells your brain that sleep time is over and it's time to start your day. And 2, it becomes the first difficult task that you complete that day. And by difficult, I don't mean that making your bed is actually a difficult task, but I mean difficult as in you did a task that you didn't really want to do, because let's face it, who actually likes making their bed? So finishing this one simple task of making your bed in the morning actually tricks your brain into not being afraid of all the difficult tasks that you're about to face throughout the day. Have you noticed that the most difficult part of any task is actually getting started? But as long as you get started, before you know it, you're hours in and you're being really productive. Well, this is the same logic. Make your bed, start that productivity. Number 3, exercise. Now, you've probably heard this before, so I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Exercise is really important. It's like taking steroids for productivity. So a few years ago, I was at a really content point in my life. I was running a successful business, I was driving a nice car, and I had a really nice social circle of friends and family. But I quickly realized that being content actually caused me to slow down. I actually started waking up really late every day, completely lacking any motivation, and I was just fearing or dreading all of the tasks that I had to complete that day. So after a few months of self-reflection and a bunch of failed self-help techniques, one morning I decided to go for a run. And then everything changed. I immediately felt better. I just felt more energetic, more motivated, and even more confident to tackle whatever I had to do that day. Now, there's actually a lot of science behind how exercise actually stimulates your brain, but I won't bore you citing all those scientific research results. A quick Google search will probably yield more than enough of those. But what I will tell you are the two benefits of exercise for productivity. For one, exercise actually physically stimulates your brain to release endorphins, and it's kind of like taking a happy pill for your brain. But it's not as easy as just swallowing a pill. It takes a little bit more effort, about 15 minutes of effort. But if the secret to daily productivity could be achieved in 15 minutes, wouldn't you do it? And number two, exercise forces you to do something difficult. And a famous person once said that if you do something difficult the first thing in the morning, everything else that day will seem easier, or something like that. I think it was Benjamin Franklin that said that. But anyways, it's very true. Now, exercise might not be the most physically difficult task that you'll complete in a day, but it's definitely mentally difficult, especially in the morning, when the last thing that your body wants to do is move. Now, exercise in the morning doesn't have to mean running. You can literally do anything, anywhere, as long as it requires effort and you do it for at least 15 minutes. So just walking while playing on your phone and texting your friends in the morning doesn't really count. Unless that requires effort, then go for it. But I know what you're thinking, but Michael, it's COVID-19 and the gyms are closed and running outside is dangerous. I completely understand. So it could be something as simple as jump rope. 15 minutes of jump rope, alternating between slow and fast intensities. Oh, but Michael, I don't have a jump rope. No problem. 15 minutes of high intensity interval training, or HIIT, can be done from anywhere, and it doesn't require any equipment, and it could be just a combination of burpees, sit-ups, push-ups, and jumping jacks. Oh, but Michael, those moves take up too much space and make too much noise, and I live in a cramped apartment, and okay, no problem. You can quite literally get a good workout just by standing in one spot. Just do some squats, grab something with weight, and do some boxer speed bags, some military presses, and rinse and repeat for 15 minutes. Just make sure it requires effort, and by the end of the 15 minutes, you're actually sweating and you feel like you got a good workout in. Oh, but Michael. No, the point is there's no excuses. It's only 15 minutes, just do it. You'll thank me later. Okay, so that was a lot of information, but to put this into perspective, the whole routine should only take you about 20 minutes every single morning. Now, if you're on a tight morning schedule, just wake up 20 minutes earlier. Even if you sleep at the same time every night, the added benefits of this 20-minute morning routine for your productivity throughout the day will greatly outweigh the 20 minutes of lost sleep. So get that bottle of water ready tonight and try this tomorrow morning. And after you try this morning routine and you realize how much more productive you've been, make sure you come back to this video and hit that like button. And make sure you let me know in the comment section below how you actually implemented these steps into your morning routine. So that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Michael with Apex Lifestyles. We're all about self-improvement, and I'll see you in the next video.